Hey folks, how you doing? It's Richard E from Bikepacking Adventures. Hope you're well. I'm here at Clumber Park, about to go out to head towards Sherwood Pines, Clipstone Forest, and just enjoy the trails over there. I've got with me today the Chorus, which I've been talking about a lot on the videos recently. And the thing what's so amazing about this little device is the battery life. The challenge, what I'm going to have later on this year, is to see how far I can ride it on the road before the battery dies. I've been doing it a little bit of while off-road. I can tell you today it is currently at 37%, and I've nearly done, I think it's about 570 kilometres, nearly 600 kilometres, and that's been slow off-road kind of thing. I'm thinking on the road it's gonna be like 1500k or something. I put my mud guard on yesterday and then it fell off within like 5 seconds, so I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to live with a dirty bum. Yeah, yeah. I bought some mud guards for my bike. Well, the tyres are quite wide, so I couldn't get it to fit on the rear when I bought the pair back in the summertime, but I can get on the front. So
see, the front to me is the best bit because you don't get that splashback on the front, you know, when you get it on your face and on your chin. So that's a really good idea. That's to be the slippiest thing I've ever ridden on my life.
I promise you, it's not all like that.
That was
definitely
I
not.
It, didn't I? I said someone's going to fall off, thinking it was going to be me, and then in about 5 seconds, I see him in front go. Room.
I know, and we never catch on camera, do we?
No,
never catches on camera. Yeah, don't go straight on, you'll get told off. So I don't know if it's Chorus or Chorus. I call it Chorus. It certainly has every feature that I would use. I know Garmin has everything you could possibly imagine, but so much of it is shit that nobody knows how to use or even find through the millions of menus. Whereas this, so far, is proven very easy to get around. Unlike these muddy puddles everywhere. What are you doing, mate?
I'm just going to try my battery off because that little lake we just went through, the approach I went was went as fast as possible. That way I had a bit of a weight behind me, so no, I just bolt through it. Okay.
Reach a crossroads.
Want to, Vicar?
So we're nearly at the cafe, aren't we?
I could do with a coffee.
Yeah, me too. Not linger too long. Just gotta film something. Because the problem is this time of year, I always find that cameras always hiding away somewhere. I'm gonna have to resort to one of these.
I swear, trying to get the signal has just been absolute pain.
Oh, it's rubbish, yeah. We've got Wi-Fi in here, you know. Tom's behaving, he's not gone for a second breakfast.
No, I just went for a banana cake toffee thing, whatever it is. It's quite nice. Yeah, it is a bit of a freak. This is Death Valley.
Oh yeah. That was pretty sick, wasn't it? Got long arms, by the way. Jealous much? No?
It's got tomato on it. Don't do tomatoes.
Do you know? Could do with some chips on here. So we just had lunch at Sherwood Pines Cafe, and I just thought I'd take a look at the screen. Gone down to 32. I've done an amazing distance of 24 kilometres in an hour and a half of riding.
I'm also on a Jura as well, and if any of you have caught my Ibiza videos, you'll probably see how much battery life I used on this. This is really, really good. For you folks out there not using kilometres, it's 15.29 miles. But yeah, overall battery life is the biggest seller, I think, for the Jura.
I'm nearly at 600k.
What, on one?
And it's only down to 32%, 600 kilometres, and it's mostly off-road.
I must admit, I mean, I bought the Jura, I took it to Ibiza, rode it a bit bob everywhere else, and yesterday I went out on a ride. It was 55% before I went, it was 48% I think when I finished, and because I knew I was coming out today, I thought I'll give it a quick charge, so I've charged it back to 100%, but I've only charged it once from when I bought it until just after Ibiza.
When was that?
That was
weeks
ago.
Maybe. Yeah, months ago. Normally, people charge the battery every ride or every other ride.
I'm used to a Karoo battery life, which is 10 hours or less. What you want at the moment?
So I've done nearly 600 kilometres, and I've still got, like, just looked at it just then, 32%.
You've got about another 200.
Yeah, easily, I bet.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, That's
so I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah, really, really good. Anyway, time will tell. I think you're going to be probably doing a, just to put a minute, you're going to be doing longer tests for this.
Yeah,
right?
a road test, yeah. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Or rather, I don't know where it's going to be.
That's true.
So
I mean, I must admit,
you've probably got an inkling where it could be.
I could.
Well, keeping it quiet at the moment.
I'm not saying anything, but one thing I must say is road riding and the GPS unit is different for off-road. I mean, I know your last ride for your channel last weekend, I think it would have been.
Yeah.
You were out
all
this way,
day long,
weren't you?
all day. Yeah.
So it can get slow, but your stopping time does happen. I mean, I never turn this off; it's always on. I had an update, a firmware update, I think it was the end of last month, and I think I was in bed, and it popped up firmware update. And I'm like, huh? Update, and I was in bed updating my GPS unit, which was in the garage. So yeah, I didn't have to get out of bed for that.
Nice one. That sounds good. That's useful, isn't it?
That was really good, actually.
All it needs to do now is write it for you.
If you could, mate, that'd be great. Yeah, if you could do the miles. It's half empty.
So peaceful, isn't it? There's no one here.
Great.
Got a place to ourselves, pretty much.
It is really good. I always find when it's absolutely horrible weather, people do shy away from this place, which is always good. Thank you, Stormbird.
In general, then, you've had the chorus a couple months at least now.
Yep.
How are you finding it, generally speaking, then?
I'm liking it. I didn't like it at the beginning because I was a bit unsure with the mapping.
Yeah. Let's stop here, shall we?
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk.
No.
Go down a trail.
That'll be a skill level beyond me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't like the maps.
What would you say your favourite features, though? What you've
For me,
experienced?
my criteria is the battery life needs to last. As you know, I've got some events coming up next year, so I needed a GPS unit I can sort of trust when I'm out and about.
Yeah.
You don't like the dial to navigate up and down?
I've switched it.
Have you?
You can switch the opposite direction. It's like the app. Do you know the Apple when they changed the scrolling direction?
Yeah.
Like straight in there, changed it.
I use a Mac all the time, by the way. And my wife, bless her, she's a Windows girl, so when she gets to the mouse, it drives her crackers, and I find it hilarious. A bit like when she gets in the car and always bumps her head because I drive a Mini, you see. So I find little things like that amusing. So yeah, the scrolling I'm fine with. The mapping was a bit of a concern. I've got used to it now, so I can sort of preempt it. One thing I don't like is, which could be quite easily done.
Is it so you can show?
Yeah, it is actually, yeah. If we go onto the mapping, as you can see, there we go, that's the speed it loads, which is fine. We're in the middle of, obviously, Sherwood Pines at the moment. At the bottom there, you can probably make out the minus and plus buttons.
Yeah.
On there. Obviously, if I press it, it goes out. Takes a wee while to load up the map as well, whatever's loaded. And the same when we go back in as well. Now, I'm used to doing, as you would do on any smartphone and any application. I'll show you on this one, on screen.
Yep.
You would
come back.
You would tap on the screen. But as you can see, it doesn't,
double tap.
Yeah. I think that could be something what could be achieved on a firmware update where, double tap to zoom in or, pinched or something like that. When you're riding on the road and you're not too sure what's coming up next, you want to just quickly zoom out or zoom in. You could be doing like 18, 20 miles an hour. Trying to get the plus and the minus, because they're a little bit faded, it can be a little bit hard to see, especially if you've got your eye on traffic. So I think the screen itself would be better, or maybe just to utilize, I don't know, the little clicky wheel. I mean, that clicks in, you can pause it and then the ride that way and scroll, but maybe they can sort of find a way to actually use that to zoom in and zoom out on there as well.
I've thought about that in the past, but
I mean, but they're little things, they're all software
tiny
related.
things out there.
I think the mapping itself I've got used to. I'm not saying it couldn't do with some more updates. I think
there's room for improvement, you think?
Definitely. It just needs a little bit more, I think, on the maps. But they're fine as they are. If you just look at it as, say, the basic map you can find, it will do what you want it to do. I mean, a lot of questions I've had on my channel is, what's it like on gravel? Does it navigate? Well, we're in Sherwood Pines at the moment, and it seems to be finding the routes no problem at all. I don't know about yours.
For all intents and purposes of getting you to a place that you're going, it's ticking a lot of boxes for me and for a lot of people as well. I own one because it's not expensive compared to the ones out there.
Another thing as well, you haven't got this, but I also use the.
What are their watches?
This is the Chorus Pace 3 watch. Now, obviously, this has got heart rate on this, and I can sync this to get the heart rate to the unit as well if I want to, so it will sort of talk. And then because it uses the same app, I can actually download the routes what I'm using on there into this as well. Not quite as feature packed, but it will do exactly the same sort of style. Not that you would cycle with a watch and look at your watch and where you're going. I mean, you may do that, but no, you want it on the head unit, because that's the thing. But the heart rate definitely is a really, really useful thing. Yeah, little things I think will be software related, but definitely the key seller is the battery life, and it's got the solar charger as well. That makes it just even better.
Well, must be 3/4 away through the blue trail. It's 8.5 miles if I remember rightly. So, nearly done. And I'll tell you what, the weather over the last week, it's been lots of rain, lots of snowfall, snow melt, and yeah, certainly tell on the tracks. It's quite spicy even for the blue route. The red route early on was a bit, well, I thought it was fine. I could just bear it, but Tom being on the gravel bike, more narrow tyres, a bit more tricky. Anyway, he's finally catching up now. Just thought I'd give him a chance to, we're meant to be riding out together, so here he comes. See if he's a nervous wreck. I can see a smile on his face still, so it can't be that bad. Did you fall over at all?
And because it's a bit wet, you just need to sort of, well I do, because I'm on sort of slide into the corner. Did you see the big stump that was sticking out?
No.
Did you not?
No.
That's caught me 3 times.
Has it? Oh, okay.
From bikes. And I've sort of in my mind got that in there. I'm like, oh, there you are, you little so-and-so.
Little bugger.
Yeah.
Beautiful woodland, isn't it? I tell you what, it's one of my favourite seasons, autumn. Just going to wrap this video up really quickly because I'm bloody cold. But the ride's over with. In the navigation, yes. So just under 60k and 28% battery life. Yeah, so finish the ride. Hold that button down, dead easy. Here he is.
Yeah, it was alright that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a bit of blast at the end there.
It was a really good ride, 36 miles, which I don't know what your stats are.
Yeah, just under 60 kilometres.
Oh, that's not bad, is it?
So yeah.
Hopefully I've got my 2,000 feet of climbing, which is about 700 metres
Yeah.
in there for you. But anyway, yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, in the corner.
Yeah, we're in one of the corners. I'm not sure which corner it is, but it's in one of those somewhere. Reach the crossroads.
Want to see Vicar? Cut that.
You're waffling. I want you to ride it up.
Right, Richard says, bob off and let's keep riding.